everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Eagles going up against the Redskins. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, training camp over, preseason over. It's time for Week 1.
And how much fun is that? No longer do we have to talk about who's going to make the team. The rosters are set. These guys now get to go out and play for real. No more of these preseason games. Now they're playing, and the records count.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Wentz now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down. There.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Wentz now on 1st down. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
On 1st down, Wentz. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And once again, they go with Sproles. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points. But they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll go again with Kelly. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards on the ground. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
On the run, it's Kelly. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
In 2016, the Eagles showed that they were going to be aggressive on defense. A lot of man coverage and send the pass rushers after the quarterback. I don't expect that to change at all in 2017, but they are looking for increased play from their cornerbacks, trying to lock down some wide receivers.
Looking to throw on second down. McCoy. He's got quick. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 3-3 our score. We'll head back to FedEx Field after this timeout. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's McCoy. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw on third down. McCoy nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now the 4th-year man from Oklahoma, Tress Way, on to punt. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense heading out now, a team with big hopes in 2017, but a franchise that's been in neutral for a while now. You have to go back to January of 09 for their last playoff win, and I don't think getting there, Charles, is going to be easy in the NFC East.
What a great starting point. A franchise-level quarterback in Carson Wentz going into his 2nd season. Defense continues to improve, and they drafted Derek Barnett, a defensive end out of Tennessee, who they'll play at D-end, outside linebacker, but mainly DPR, designated pass rusher.
And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. Now Wentz. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Second down now after the pass completion. Here's Wentz to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Zach Brown coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Get a look at the Washington Redskins as they come out on offense, and this is a crew that's hoping to make some noise in the NFC East, coming off back-to-back winning seasons for the first time since 96-97, so they are trending upward.
Yes, they are, and Kirk Cousins is leading them on offense. He's the guy that people continue to question. Yet every year he puts up big-time numbers. Able to fling it around, they're able to run it well. I love their offensive scheme, but I do know that they want to get better on defense, and they went to the University of Alabama, their first 2 picks, in order to try and get that done. Jonathan Allen, defensive lineman, Ryan Anderson, outside linebacker. They'll need both of them to play well if they want to chase down the teams in front of them in the NFC East.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Chris Long. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now Sproles. A good return there. Call it. Yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down.
2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down. 2nd down.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. There's Rob Kelly now as he and the offense head back out. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. First and 10. McCoy. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
I don't think there's any question that Jordan Reed is as athletic as any tight end in the league. All right, I don't think there's any debate about that. The hard part is just him being able to be healthy.
And when he's on the field, though, boy, does he take them to another level, doesn't he?
He certainly does. Changes the game for them because they can use him in so many different spots.
Touchdown, Washington! Jamison Crowder, 34 yards. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On second down, here's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Again, it's Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. And Matthews has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews, 44 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. They run with it. It's Kelly. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 3rd down, Kelly. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Redskins are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Eagles will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense out now following the interception. McLeod's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. First and 10. McCoy's going to complete the pass, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. The Redskins go up by 4. Late in the second, Foster is able to zero in on the QB here. This ends up as a loss of 9. Staying late in the second. Here a throw deep down the field is caught.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Off the play fake. McCoy. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Michael Kendricks leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down. McCoy on the catch. It's Crowder. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When I evaluated Jamison Crowder coming out of Duke, I thought he was already a pro in how he approached the game and ran routes, and I think his head coach Jay Gruden agrees.
Yeah, he has said repeatedly we want to keep him on the field as much as possible. He had 847 yards, 7 touchdowns a season ago. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This is Kelly, and he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now McCoy. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What a rush coming, and he's taken down. Will Compton coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Complete. Smith has it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The rookie from Alabama, Jonathan Allen. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
We don't have enough time left in the game to list all the awards Jonathan Allen won his last year at Alabama. Suffice to say, though, led the team with 10.5 sacks.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown as a member of the Eagles. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. There's Rob Kelly now as he and the offense head back out. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Back to throw. McCoy. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go. Green.
From the gun, McCoy. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Sproles, the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles take possession. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket up?
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
To throw, it's Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Wentz to throw again. Flushed out, and the Eagles are in for 6. What a difference a year makes so far, at least. These guys last place in their division a year ago. Looking like they're going to move to 1-0 right now.
Not really unusual in the NFL, though, is it? Because we always talk about every year, 8-8 is kind of the baseline for everyone, plus or minus. And we've seen many teams go from worst to first. I know it's 1 week. But still, they're starting to think to themselves, we've got a chance this season.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do, and the change.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCoy, time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd and long. McCoy. Jordan Reed has it. And oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Near the 42. A good pickup there, a 22. Looking to throw. McCoy. He's going to let it fly. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. This run defense was a weakness last year toward the bottom of the league, and early returns not good here this year.
And that's too bad because you and I both know that when you have something that's a weakness from your team the year before, you spend a lot of time out in the offseason, whether it's personnel, adjustments in scheme, all of those things. So that's got to be disheartening to start off the season this way.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And the Lions emerging victorious. A win would be their 1st of the young season. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, So special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Eagles, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. They'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Day.